Hey, what's up, internet friends? Welcome to Midnight Muse Studios. I'm Dave DeWhitt, and this is a guitar lesson on how to play the solo in Purple Rain note for note. So I did a lesson about a year ago that was just about how to improvise over the chord progression, but a lot of people have asked for a more detailed lesson on how to hit, basically every part of this. So this is going to be a little bit of a be careful what you ask for edition of the Purple Rain guitar solo lesson. To my knowledge, looking around, I didn't really see any note for note lessons on this. And after digging into it, I think I know why. It's not that it's technically, overly challenging. It's not, the mechanics aren't that hard necessarily, but it's very long. It's about 40 to 50 measures long, and really, in my opinion, the key to Prince's guitar genius in this solo and almost everything he plays is 1,000% about the timing and the way he, where he plays the notes and the feel of it. So that's easy to say, harder to show. So what I'm going to do to try to help with that is I'm going to break, first of all, because it's so long, I'm going to break the lesson up into 3 parts, 3 different videos. Within each video, I'm going to break it up into sections that are measures. And something I've never done before to try to help with the timing and the structure and all is I'm going to use some graphic timelines that I'll pop up on the screen that are, hopefully act as a map to sort of show you where we are in the solo, where the events fall in terms of on the beats of the measure and things like that. Hopefully you'll be able to see those graphics pretty well in the video, but just in case you can't, and if you want to download them anyway, I put them up on my my website, which is www.midnightmusemedia.com, and you can go out there to the lesson files tab and just grab the file. It's a PDF. It's one PDF file. It's a free download, and there's no gimmicks. I'm not going to ask you to sign up for anything. There's no, you don't have to give me your web or your email address or anything like that. You can just go download the file, no strings attached. No questions asked, I promise. So I really hope you do, and I hope that the file is helpful because it took me a long time to put it together. But it, I think it really does help to learn the solo and practice it and keep it straight. So one more thing before we get started, just a quick note about tone. I think, in my opinion, again, for this solo and really for a lot of what Prince does, the sustain is really critical to really pull it off accurately and get close in the ballpark of what he's doing. So fuzz pedal, it will get you close to that. I'm using a Dunlop Mini fuzz face. I have the blue one, the silicone one, but really just a fuzz pedal, the fuzz pedal of your choice. And if you have a compressor, that will actually help with sustain and smoothing things out as well too. With just gentle compression settings. I'm using an MXR Dynacomp, and I have it in the favorite setting, which is 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock. So I think that's really it. Reverb, epic amounts of reverb and delay also for the tone. It's a live recording and it sounds like it, and it just you can hear all the reverb of the room, and at least it seems like it. So that's it for tone, and I think we're ready to get into the lesson. So let's go ahead and get started with measures 1 and 2. The key for the solo, as I said before, is really a lot about timing. And one of the things to understand if you try to dissect this is that in the chorus and leading into the solo, every time they play the F chord, at the end of the refrain, the F plays a regular 4-beat measure, and then it repeats for 2 beats of a measure. So it's almost like you're getting a 4-beat measure and then a 2-beat measure. 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, and back to it resolves back to the B flat after the 2-beat measure, where the count starts over again. And that happens with the solo. They play that F, then they play the 2 beats of F, and then the solo starts on the B flat. And on beat 1 and, so it's on the and of beat 1. The measures, I'm counting them so it's 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and on the and, we have to learn to love the ands, because Prince does a lot of things that start on the and of each one of these beats. It's the 8th notes. So right in measure 1, he starts the whole thing off on the and of beat 1 with this double stop. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and The double stop is a whole step bend on the 17th fret G string, and you're also holding, and so you do that with your middle finger and hold down the 18th fret B string with your ring finger. So it's important, like I said, to have, you're going to need a lot of sustain for this solo. I think a fuzz pedal is almost mandatory, and possibly some compression. So I have both a fuzz and a compressor going right now. So that way you can just hit that bend, let it ride out for the whole 4 beats of measure 1, or 3.5 beats really, because you're coming on the end. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2. So measure 2 starts with that G, 15th fret G string with your index finger, and you're holding that note 2 and 3 and 4. That you can pluck it again or pick it again on the 3rd beat if you need to. It's hard to tell. There's some other stuff going on, maybe some keyboards and synthesizer stuff happening in the recording, but you could pick it again on the 3rd beat if it's starting to fade out. So 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. On the 4th beat of the measure, 4th beat of measure 2, you're going to hit this 2-note bar, index finger on the 15th fret of the D string and the G string. Play it twice, 16th notes, 4, and then on the and of 4, you play the 17th fret D string, with your ring finger. So it's 4 and. So the whole measure is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and, like that. So that's the end of part 1 of the video, and we'll get started on measures 3 and 4 in part 2.